Oh. Oh! Yeah, who doesn't love Tess Greymane and some crazy Tess shenanigans? I know I certainly do. And that's why I was so excited to see this deck played to the #1 legend spot by Parawax. Thief Rogue is actually a competitive deck on the Hearthstone ladder, but the question is, can it remain competitive if you turn it into a Reno deck? Can you still win games after removing all these duplicates? Will Reno Jackson himself actually help the deck win? That's what we're going to try to find out in this video. So let's go ahead and jump into the deck renovation process for our latest edition of Renovated Decks. Let's do this. Let's remove all the duplicates. Number one, we're going to remove all the dupes, and then we're going to have to make some changes to the deck to see if it still makes sense as is. Let's add Reno. It's a pretty important part for the Renovated decks. Without Reno, are they really renovated? So we lost, I would say, some of our early tempo consistency. For instance, we only have one Knoll. We might have to raise the curve a little just because there aren't enough good relevant early game cards to run, perhaps. But, you know, we could put in a parlay, for instance. I think that's a decent Thief replacement, kind of like an extra jackpot or something. We could probably do the same with Swashbuckler. So these help fill in the gaps there a little bit. Again, you know, they do it in a different shape. It's probably not perfect, but it's what we have. Any other good, like we could do Lobotomizer maybe. We lost a weapon on the Cutlass. We lost a little bit of damage reach as well because of Wicked Stab and Tooth. So we might want to consider adding some additional damage in, which a weapon can be, and it's still kind of Thief themed. It's not by any means perfect. We could maybe do a Vanessa as well. So we lost a Bone Spike and a Farian. So we did lose some of those spell-based removals. We might want to put in a double agent since we lost a Knoll. It's obviously not one-to-one, clearly, but it's in a theme of an early tempo payoff for a Thief package. So we're adding a little bit of a shore up to that synergy, essentially. Add brand for Reno, man. I mean, maybe a double cross is a card draw replacement. I definitely don't want to commit to a secret package, but I think this is okay. I wish maybe we could add, is there a Shadow Step in here already? Okay, is there any way for me to bounce a Tess? That's kind of like getting an extra, we could also do Brand. Somebody said Brand. I think that's reasonable. We could add a Youthful. It's kind of like getting an extra really bad Contraband Stash that costs, you know, 9 mana, but I think it has other utility as well. There's Renos, right? There's Asharas. There's certainly ways to still activate that. Oh, Zola's another way to do that too. Yeah, actually, I think I do like Zola better than Youthful. So let's do Zola. Zola's better. I do wonder if we cut quite a few spells, and I don't know that I replaced quite as many spells. So I'm thinking perhaps we need to add a spell for the sake of Ashara. We may have a slightly unreliable Ashara. I think we added a fair number more, but I know we used like a weapon and a minion to replace some of our spells in theory. Deviant Delight, I think, is too risky in our deck. We have actually a lot of stuff we care about. So maybe we'll do the Yoink. We could run one more big guy, like an Insatiable Devourer. A lot of these decks do that. I don't mind bumping the curve up a little. Still, I think maybe like a Backstab. Did I already have a Backstab? Maybe a Backstab, sort of a replacement for our Tooth package, but not a perfect one. Somebody said Scientist Puffer Fist, which I like in theory. If obviously if I knew I could have both, I would like it. I think the problem is with a 40 card deck and one of each, it's really hard for any given 2 card pair to be reliably impactful. I think maybe just some generic Discover stuff to fill in to help us find some of these spells is really where I want to go from here. Maybe actually not Pandaren. I think I like Vulpera better. Maybe a School Teacher's always good. That might help me fill in some of these cheaper spells too. We only have one ofs. Let's give it a shot. All right, Vulpera early I like. You think there's a Rogue maybe? Well, no, we've seen a lot of Relic Demon Hunter stuff. I think these Insatiables are just too big to keep early. I do risk missing some of my better cards, but there are more good cards, and I need tempo plays in the meantime.
I see you.
Prince Renathal. I'm a hunter, you fool. Swift Scale, give me something big. Give me a big spell. Big spell. That's tiny. That's a tiny spell. I wanted a, you know, I don't know. What's a good big spell? Reno. Reno against Demon Hunter. If this is, I think it's a rogue though. I don't know why. Just Demon Hunter would have Renathal, right? So feels like rogue. Ice Blood Tower is not actually a very good big spell. No, that ain't the one. Okay, I gotta wait on that guy. Scorpid early, rogue cards early. Prep seems like overkill with Trickster. I kind of don't love any of these. Let's just look for something better. Oh, I think that's better. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Is that worth a Trickster though? I don't exactly have follow-up on it. Oh, that's an actual flanking maneuver. Oh, this is Demon Hunter. Okay. That surprised me, I guess. Is the 2/2 here worth so much that's like, you know, I can just coin a Sharon Vessel anyway. Is adding a 2/2 worth saving a coin and getting a 2/2, you know? What other big spells am I gonna get, I guess? I mean, I have some ways to make big spells, but not in hand. I think I save a coin. Coin has value. The Asharan Pirate. 2/2 contests, right? 2/2 doesn't contest, right? At least they kill their own guy. That's worth something, isn't it? Okay. I'm so over this now. I'm getting frustrated by this stupid card. Which card is your opponent's starting hand? Oh, did anybody notice that topple, dude? Where did that come from? I think it's their turn 4 play. No, that might have been Flanking Strike. Their turn 2 draw and their turn 4 draw are missing. I think it's Relic, right? And they just didn't have a chance to play it. They didn't have a chance to play Relic of Dimensions because they wanted to play Topple there. So I think it's Dimensions. They would have maybe played this. This might have gotten, this is just really hard to tell. Fel Barrage wouldn't have been good to play. I just don't think I have any data here. I think this is a total guess. Vault would have been more likely to have been played out. I think it's Fel Barrage. I don't know if there's a way to deduce that one. Fel Barrage just didn't have a good turn. It seemed like they might have played the Relic on 3, not the Scorpid, right? I don't know. Hard to know. I don't think we had any data there really. I can say at least I don't really feel as guilty about that one. This hand is so bad. This hand is just utter garbage. I have nothing for Tess. Reno is pointless. I can try to alter fire, but to what end? Just does nothing. I just burned 3 great cards. Well, 2 great cards, I guess. Cool. What did I get for them? A Relic Vault? I mean, I don't know. It's in the test. I mean, I have more cards than them, so there is like a fatigue advantage technicality here. It's possible with Tess putting that in the pool, but guys, this Reno deck feels so much worse than our last one, honestly. So much worse. I'm just dying here. Just in misery. I mean, am I better off just killing the Z-Log, honestly? Maybe I should have. Well, yeah, I still could have, but I don't know. This feels okay too. Feels weirdly okay too. I don't know. Yeah, it does really feel like the consistency is a big problem for this Renovated rogue. There's too many things that demand other things. Like the Hunter deck, you know, it all just kind of worked. You just play the big thing and it works. Yay, I played a big 7-drop, played a big 5-drop. This deck demand, you know, like this demands spells. This demands burgle cards. This demands being behind on board really hard, right? There's so many things. Oh my god. Well, I mean, they get a good card here no matter what. Tess is the one I want the most though. Oh, okay, they took the Reno instead. That's still scary, but I think I'd rather have the Tess. Sir Finley here, worth it? I do have a Sunken Vessel on the bottom. I have to play that though, right? I don't actually draw it, so I have to spend mana on that. Oh, I could Theater my Reno back. Or maybe grab something better. I don't know. Guess I have to ask if I'm dying here in a second, but I don't think so. We can tidy up enough board. Yeah. Reno's definitely the best pick there for me, no question. I'll give them a Sir Finley. I don't think it's that good for me. I like these cards a lot, so seems important to keep. Kind of a funny little exchange we made there. Would really love to draw a spell. Would really love a spell. Hey, Tex Plex. Thanks, man. That's really nice. Have you given Tower of Fantasy a whirl? No. I don't think I'd like it, to be honest. I don't know enough about it. I shouldn't say that. I actually don't know. School teacher number 2. Must be nice to have 2 of your cards. I guess we start with a prep here. Oh, nice. Okay. Ugh, I can execute that freaking Okani if I hadn't attacked already. Kennels or Vile Call instead, maybe? The problem is I can't get the Ashara down without playing another minion or executing the Okani. I could execute the Okani next turn, but, well, maybe that's okay, actually. Just chill this turn and hit Okani, execute Reno next turn. I don't think I'll die, usually, right? But I think I do want to get both of these actually working. I don't think I can throw away Tess either, so. I mean, obviously there's a risk they just develop so much here that the Reno kind of leaves me dead and stranded anyway, but this is at least a path out of this that I otherwise don't know. Are they going for it here? They have 12 right now. They need to find 6 more damage. Did they have 6? I doubt it, right? They've used a Fell Barrage. Okay. This is actually pretty chill. This is sort of the exact right health total for Reno to feel best, right? Okay, so a bit of a reset. Now we've got to go for like Ashara Tess value. I think the real issue is how am I going to beat these relics long? I can maybe clear one big board if I hit my Scabs or a Gigafin off the Tess. That's one way to do it. Or a Gigafin off Ashara, excuse me, you know what I mean. Double cross. I'm usually playing the Colossal here, unfortunately. Is anything better like a Tidestone? I don't think so. With Tess, you have to take the Colossal, right? Behemoth isn't bad. I need some healing. Yeah, okay. I'll take this. Really good off Tess too, honestly. Really nice. Definitely one I don't need to hold either. So Tess has Behemoth and what did I play off Tooth? I don't even remember. My God. Oh, Execute. No Jackpot yet. A Shadow Step or something. This Tess would be pretty nice. Oh, Ultra Fire. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. Which honestly isn't irrelevant. They're already getting into a fatigue-ish scenario. I don't think that's going to be enough to like win the game outright for me, but they didn't hear about first. Let's have a play. But I'd say it's not irrelevant, right? It doesn't feel irrelevant to me. Phantasms. Relic to clear. Okay. So Tess here, I think keeps me in the game. Keeps me alive. Burns more stuff for them. I think I have to test, right? I don't really think I have a lot of choice here. Execute's really good on these minions. Well, hopefully it hits the 6-3. Actually, I could have forced that. That's a mistake. Oh, shoot. Bailed out. Never punished. Never punished. Never punished. Oh. Oh! Suddenly interested. Oh my God, I burned Zymox and Denathrius with the Altar of Fire. Oh my God. Wow, are they kind of out of win conditions now? we also lost their other vault is gone, so they don't have like relic pop-offs anymore. Do they have anything left, like win condition wise? I might still be able to get ground out if, you know, the wrong board shapes line up and stuff. There's no question there, but okay, so they're in fatigue. Dude, how unlucky were they, by the way, that both of these are the bottom of their deck? They got super unlucky. Don't let me win this game. I mean, I guess I technically could have burned them earlier if they were higher in the deck, but still they would have had them in hand often, pumping them up, right? Oh, dude, the clutchest ultra fires ever. I saw mine and Athreus get burned, and I'm like, no. And then, you know, the equalizer with the double legendary burn feels pretty dang good. Yeah, do we keep a test early? Just so hard to find. Let's see, Druid, are we gonna have time to test? It depends on if this is an aggro Renothal Druid, Renothal Druid, or Renothal Druid or aggro Druid. I don't know yet. I'm gonna keep here. I think that's fine. Did you guys see the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks? Oh my god, dude, crazy stuff. I'm so hyped for Grand Theft Auto 6, honestly. I have loved every Grand Theft Auto I've ever played. I was playing the 2D Grand Theft Autos back in the day. So when Grand Theft Auto 3 came out, I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing to happen to me in my entire young life. Might still be the greatest thing that's ever happened to me, honestly. Ooh, Reno could be very good against the Smork Druid. Okay. This is not necessarily bad either. I can weave it into a turn pretty early, but is it going to activate anytime soon? Grand Theft Auto 3 was just such a revolutionary experience for me. Dude, that I played so ungodly much Grand Theft Auto 3, and I played so much Vice City too. I did not play San Andreas much though, or any really. I guess I kind of had a gap. I think I was like reading or something at the time. I became a reader, but then I came back for 4 and 5. Yeah, Diablo 4 as well. Yeah, I'm honestly more, well, I don't know if it's fair to be more hesitant or not. I'm a little more hesitant about Diablo 4 because, you know, Blizzard's newest games monetization wise have kind of whiffed across the board. So I'm really gonna hold any, you know, we're just gonna wait and see. You know, I obviously I'm a Blizzard fanboy at heart, but I just, you know, I have to proceed with trepidation always. By the way, I got totally baited. This is not Smork. It's Renothal. We were talking too much. I don't know why I thought it was Smork at first. I just saw that one drop and I thought Smork, but it's not. Sticky. I mean, against Druid, if I get early enough, these bodies can be great. But I think we're gonna take a little too long here, unfortunately. Do I coin this? Coin also sets up a Char next turn, so probably. I think getting this body down sooner rather than later is also going to be nice. So. Yeah, so anyway, I just, you know, Grand Theft Auto has just always been such a insane title, so fun, so replayable. Just cruising around listening to the radio for hours has always been, I think, one of my favorite gaming experiences. Just taking random jumps and doing random crimes and, you know, whatever shenanigan you want to get up to. I've always loved it so much. Colossals are best against Druid, right? Also better with Tess. Any questions? So anyway, yeah, I'm pumped for Grand Theft Auto. I mean, it'll still be years away, right? But I in theory, you know, as much as I love being a Hearthstone streamer and it's been great and I still have fun with it, there is a part of me that would rather be somebody who like played Grand Theft Auto all day and played, or maybe played an MMO all day. I think if that were the case, you'd probably find me streaming a lot more and focusing less on videos. Like right now, I bias my time towards videos. I make a lot of videos and stream a little less, but I think I would probably do it the other way around if... Ooh, that's not bad. Okay, we can work with this. We don't ever wait on this, do we? Oh, maybe should have played the Kelp Keeper before playing the thing. In hindsight, I got so excited though. Thinking whether or not I actually dredge here. I don't think so. I don't want to throw away the Divine Shield for nothing. Let's go, keep it up. I mean, you know, I get to pick a card, but ultimately it's not extra resources, and I don't think I necessarily need to pick a card right now. I think there's a good chance I just play Tess, but we'll see. Is it too early for Tess, I guess, is one question, because I could weave in a jackpot first and get greedy with it. Or I could just go for the Well, I guess I will. Yeah, I don't know. This just seems too early, doesn't it? Another colossal, but doesn't really feel like time yet. Siphon Soul. Okay. Proving Grounds. Huh. I do have like big stuff kind of, but not exactly. Is this popping up if I go face? No, 3 mana over the spell. These really aren't great test cards, so unfortunately I do kind of wish I had just played the test there and built more board. I feel like we're gonna fall too far behind. Without Denathrius or Devourer in hands currently, I just don't see this pivoting especially well into a win condition. I might have to go Shroud here just to try to find 1 or 2 of those and see if we can't get a win condition. Do I enjoy Resident Evil games? I do, yeah. I actually played the Resident Evil 2 remake demo on stream one time for like 30 minutes, but yeah. Guys, I still really want to do more variety content. Like, you know, I made a big push on Elden Ring. That was fun. I want to do that more often. I just can't right now. But maybe soon. I would like to do that someday. Just weave in more variety. Which I think a lot of streamers want, but well, I was going to say, I don't think this is fair, but I don't think every streamer from a content standpoint lends themselves super naturally well to variety content, if that makes sense. Like, some people are like really a Hearthstone player and they're really good at Hearthstone, and people watch them because they're really good at Hearthstone, and I don't know necessarily that those people would translate well into variety streams as much. I do think, generally speaking, I translate pretty well into other games. Just, you know, my stream is more about my personality and like finding interesting content angles, and I'm hopeful anyway that I do. So, you know, I'm hopeful that that's a possibility if I ever really decide to lean into it super hard. Yeah, I could just do hot tub streams. Yeah, that's a plan too. Fortunately, you're not good at Hearthstone. Well, I mean, there's some truth to that. I don't try to be, you know, sometimes that's a cop out. Like, you're like, oh, I'm not trying. Like, you know, I'm not saying I would be, but I don't try to be, because I try to be good at YouTube and I try to be good at these other aspects. I'm wondering if that's, I actually really want to play test before all that other stuff. I think Siphon Soul makes this a bit of a risk. Let's play test now. Get the Leviathan. What else am I getting? I don't know. I don't think too many good things, but Leviathan's really all I care about. Do I still trade in the Scorpid here or not? Just get value to these Divine Shields probably, huh? Yeah, I think that's better. Ooh, Bran, okay. Oh, Denathrius, yeah, we want you.
Time is almost up. Show me that face.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, I spend most of my time and energy trying to get good at YouTube. Like, I don't, you know, for instance, I don't go read, you know, mulligans on HS Replay to get better at playing a Hearthstone deck. I go read my stats on YouTube for an hour, trying to figure out why this video's watch time dipped at 42 seconds. Why did people leave at 42 seconds? Why was this boring? You know, why didn't they like this video? Why is this video's watch time 12% lower at 40 seconds exactly? That's weird. What's the deal, YouTube? That sort of stuff, you know? Honestly, probably just gonna Krakatoa to get some bodies rolling for Denathrius. Obviously, you prefer to Krakatoa on an empty board most of the time, but, or, I mean on a non-empty board most of the time, but just don't have other plays that are interesting. Swift Scale Proving Grounds. I mean, that usually goes pretty poorly for me. Maybe we just Door of Shadows. Well, I think it's just Krakatoa, honestly. Let's not get too fancy here. Start pumping this up. Oh yeah, the otters are so loud. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Miracle Growth. I mean, we're navigating a lot of this stuff, but they're just going to get a Denathrius soon and kill me, right? Like, we just don't really have time to goof around here too much. I think I will Devour for one dude. I think that's totally fine. It's a 10-10, right? It's a 10-10. It's big enough. I don't need to greed this. I could greed it, right? But what am I doing? I guess I could Siphon Soul, but I like putting the 14-14 in right now. I guess it could get re-devoured is one risk. Maybe we just take the Siphon Soul here. What am I doing in the meantime then? Contraband stash? My board's too full. Well, not really though. If I trade in a 4-1, it's not too full. Oh, but I might Siphon Soul my own board in that case. I just don't really need the Leviathan yet either is the thing. The Leviathan's just not that interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. If he eats mine, I'll just Siphon Soul it. It's fine. We'll be fine. Let's just make the 4-2. I'm gonna put it over here to hide it behind the Kelp Keeper. I mean, if they play Devour, are they just dead is another question. I might just be able to go face. If they Devour the 14-14 anyway. They don't have extra mana right now, so maybe that just creates a checkpoint. Checkmate? It's a checkpoint earlier too, I think. Checkmate. Checkmate. I've played tennis. I've played tennis. What? My brain is officially gone. I've played chess before. Yeah, Devour. And I mean, do they have a way to get an Earthen Scales out? I guess is the question. Like Innervate Scales or something. Living Roots. Oh, do I still have a lethal or not? I have what, 10? Oh, it's still the same. It doesn't actually remove any damage. They just left me dead. Or left themselves dead. That does nothing, yeah. Wow. Okay. Dang it. I talked to that entire game about nonsense, and it actually ended up being a great win. I'm gonna have to put that on YouTube, despite talking about nothing. We actually, I think, played that game pretty well. The classic tennis checkmate. I have to actually concentrate. I really, really desperately need a video for tomorrow. So I have 1 hour to get 35 minutes of good games. Okay? I have to concentrate. I just have to. Gone fishing we don't want. With Knoll in hand, I think I want to just chill for a minute or two, right? Tradable's good. If we can find any. I mean, we're way less likely to pay off the Knoll well in this list. Our tradable density's lower. I did get a couple neutral cards, so maybe that's fine to just play some neutrals. Just hang out here. They might legit think I'm a priest for a minute or two. None of these are unusual to see in priest. We're playing a warlock, 30 health. I definitely want to get a tempo minion going. I guess the question is, do I play the Murloc Holmes yet? We don't have any data, so I don't think so. I'll probably play it next turn if well, I don't know, they tapped. How much is this really going to be imps versus abyssal imps versus some other thing I'm not expecting? I don't know yet. Oh, this is more like combo death rattle stuff. Okay, that's kind of wacky. That's a little spooky, honestly. Can we guess the Holmes? We don't really have to yet. Let's just do Volpira for now. It's a good curve fit. Boon? Kind of weird. I don't really think that's going to be good. Holy Smite. I'm not expecting this deck to play a ton of stuff. They probably are still going to have some imps for card draw. Boon is like a decent on-curve play next turn if I don't trade the Renathal and they don't hit the Renathal anyway. Otherwise, it's a little iffy. Maybe we need to go mystery choice. I don't know. Not really in love with any of those. I like tradable. Tradable's good. It's a good null activator, I guess. So mine and mistress. Peasant was off the top, not a peasant. Okay, I don't know if I'm going Murloc Holmes yet, but when do I want to play this Theatar to steal one of their combo pieces? Basically, we're looking for their phylactery. I think is the primary combo piece for this deck, right? How much am I gonna rely on just playing hero powers, man? I don't know. I kind of dig it. Yeah, crab legs are death rattles. Yeah, that's a good point. This is so early, but I just want the 3/4, honestly. Null gets cheaper later. I don't think they played Null or they wouldn't have played stuff out, right? So it's probably Tamsin or Customer. Tamsin's a legendary, so it's technically less likely, but is this maybe that? I'm gonna take Customer, I don't know. Rod, they haven't had a chance to play yet. Phylactery's probably a deck because it's a legendary. God, it's in hand, but that means we can play Theatar and take it. So we still got some valuable information. Dang it. I cannot hit a Murloc Holmes. I always get the first two, I feel like, and then it's the third one every time. Every freaking time. All right, so they only have 5 cards, right? I have a really good chance here of hitting the phylactery. Maybe I play a null first, so I get better choices to give them a card, right? I don't think that hurts anything, does it? I want a tempo anyway. Show them who I am. God, I didn't hit it. I didn't hit it, man. Oh, that's frustrating. I mean, I did hit their best removal play here, so I'm probably not too upset that I got the Tamsin. I kind of killed the rod pop off and the removal maybe. Although, well, we know they have that, so not really. So I basically hit the 2. I needed to hit 2 cards. I didn't hit either card. Dang it. Yeah, I'm not upset about getting a Tamsin. Obviously, that's fine in the scheme of things. Just you know, I think if we take the phylactery, we just literally kill their win condition. I think it's just a giga win, right? I was a rogue for 1 turn. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I went from priest to a very brief moment as a rogue, and now I'm a warlock, which does have some impact on test plays and stash plays and stuff. Krakatoa's pretty decent damage output at this stage. I don't hate that. Could infuse here too, but in the temporary copy, I'm unlikely to play this turn, right? Maybe if I prepped it, honestly.
What is taking so long?
Are there any spells I just don't ever want to play in the deck? Yeah, like Amulet, that sort of stuff. Tamsin's is still in deck? No, it's not, because I was on the deck choice and I picked it, and it wasn't in the deck.
Taking so long.
It was in hand. I'm so confused. What do you mean? Am I losing my mind? I was on the final step of Murloc Holmes, looking for a card in their deck. I clicked on Tamsin's, assuming it was in the deck because it's a legendary, so it's the least likely to have been drawn, theoretically. And it wasn't in the deck, so that means it had to be in the hand. It hasn't been played yet. So then I tried to Theatar it. We had a 3 out of 5 to Theatar it, and we missed it. And here they're already playing it. My God. Do they have an activator? They had a Grimoire, I think. Can I maybe just ignore it and go face so they don't have the activator here? Do they have the activator? They do. Well, that's only 1 guy. Is that enough to stay alive? Oh, here's 2 guys. Oh, that's the activator. Okay. There you go. Just a little BM along the way, I guess. Am I dead though? I don't think I have lethal. I have 10. This can't go face. This is 3. This is touch. It's not lethal. I have 10. I need to find 9 damage. If this hits like wicked stabs, if not, I can maybe kill off my own Krakatoa and try to wait a turn. Yeah, I mean, I guess we look for wicked stabs, right? Distortions don't do it, unfortunately. Double cross doesn't do it, unfortunately. I guess I only get 1 now, right? So this is never lethal. Are you kidding me, bro? I don't know. I'm just chilling. Obviously, if they have a way to activate these, I'm in trouble. But otherwise, I have some top deck outs maybe, or some jackpot outs, or I don't know. Shipping the thing early to face feels kind of bad, I'll admit. But I also did risk hitting a Fell Rift, by the way, which is also bad. Ah, that's lethal. Is that it? Sad. Could have maybe tried to heal with their touches, but I don't know, it seemed like it was gonna be weird to kill off a thing just to heal a little bit. It just seemed better if they just didn't have it, right? Huh, do we ever keep a Denathrius early? I think we get to turn 10 pretty often. I'm just not sure how good he's gonna be by turn 10. This may not be the right kind of deck to keep Denathrius early. I don't know. We're gonna experiment though. We're definitely gonna experiment some. Let's wait. I think this deck is pretty light on resources sometimes. I think I need to maximize every draw It's weird. We generate a ton of resources in this deck, but I also always feel like I'm out of cards. So weird middle ground. Oh, that's a great tooth target. Let's go. Oh, jackpot. Wow. It feels like a jackpot right now, honestly. So here we need to think about what's best for tests, probably, because I might be playing an on-curve test. I actually think Thorn Growth Sentries. This seems to be a deck that could have a bit more of an aggressive slant. Hold the Bridge is just really hard to work with for tests. Can hit the enemy stuff. Like, it just doesn't line up that well typically. I think this fits better. Next turn we can go Sentries Fishing. On 4 we go Jackpot. Set up a turn 5 or 6 play. This is a nice little curve. Hopefully you don't have like a Trog in here. K9 would be the next expected thing. Scribe's not bad, and it's fine. We stick to the plan. Brand's just not going to work that well. Cutlass is probably the best bet. Might help me contest an early board. I might just happily trade it and discount one of the jackpotted cards. We'll see how it feels next turn. But this is a decent four mana play either way, whether trade or play. Buff on that? Okay. 4 is a little clunky here, huh? Can only really easily deal 3. In that case, let's start here. Decent 5 mana play again for Tess. I think the trade feels a little less interesting then, since I know I have the 5. I don't really have a turn 6 play. Let's see what happens here. Is this a beast? Yeah. Kind of think that's okay-ish. Wish these had rush, man. Or charge, like back in the day, I mean. Maybe a trade is still better. I don't know. I think I am going to need this to contest minions a little bit, but it's just not very good math right now. I don't think I take 10 off this in order to kill it over 2 turns, do I? I mean, I can take some damage. Yes, we have some to work with. I don't really have an answer to this next turn either is the problem. Boy, that feels really rough. If they buff it again, I'm just screwed. This feels bad. Oh, I've read to attack face. Shh. Shh. Doesn't matter. It honestly probably doesn't matter too much, but shh. Got so caught up on this attack. I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough. You take 10. We have healing. We have Reno. It looks like he's gonna pay off actually here. Yeah. Like 15, unfortunately, because of the rush, but still. Oh, well, that's fine. Who cares? Still mattered. They would have been at 4, so okay. Still setting up for a decent test here. Good board advantage. Test is gonna have 5 minions. Next turn's probably here. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. I'm down to 26. It seems like we took a lot of damage, but 26, 30 is what we used to start with. 26 ain't bad. We can live with 36. Yeah, these just have charge, and you play them with Savage Roar. It was a 14 damage combo that basically owned forever. It was really good for a long, long time. This might make our test even better. I think it does. Yeah, I'd rather have this. Yeah. More stuff to do. Okay, so I think I usually play Tess here, honestly. This deck's not hyper aggressive. They do have late game, so I could greed it if it feels like we're not behind. I don't have a great follow-up to the Tess board necessarily. In other words, the minions don't get leverage for stats on board, or they're not setting up a lethal. So there could be some hesitation. I have 6 minions in the Tess. So it's actually a kind of a full board right now. Could just trade in and Tess here. It's not bad. I mean, we are building towards a Denathrius by summoning so many things. I do kind of like that aspect of it. Yeah, we have a Miracle Growth after. I think we do it. I don't think we need to be too casual here. I'm wondering, maybe I just leave that alive, huh? Are there punishes there, like emergency maneuvers type stuff? It's pretty unlikely. I'll be at 19. The 2/4s do trade a little better into the Thorn Growth Sentries. Hydralodon attack would open up a trade as well that's a little better, but that kind of happens anyway. I think I leave it, right? I don't think I need to take 5 for no reason here. We've had reasons to take damage before. I don't think... Like, yes, there are ways it backfires, but by default, I think it's advantageous to leave it. So, we'll prefer the default here. Decent Swarmers give us some reactivity. That's nice. Don't expect them to fully resolve a board like this ever. Swarm. Okay. That's a cool way to clear the test. They were worried about a bounce there, maybe? I didn't have one, but it makes sense to respect that for sure. Devourer seems pretty good. It's a little off curve, so I could try to get through stuff with Swarmers and Swings. There's definitely ways to do that. Door of Shadows sometimes does nothing. We got like Wicked Stabs, I'd be really pumped, but some cards don't do much at all. Maybe we just Miracle Growth here. Although going wider sooner is better for Denathrius, but I can still do that on a future turn. If I go Miracle Growth, I can actually keep my dude alive as well. I'm gonna burn a card here unless I get a 0 mana play like Backstab. Oh, nice, dude. Called it. Yes. Thank you. Oh, also rocking the Infuse here is nice. Okay. Very cool. Great turn, I think. Oh, I'm still burning a card, I forgot. It's fine though. I wanted another Swarmer. I would have burned a Swarmer and a card without the Backstab, let's say. That's fine, but happy to get this. Denathrius is really big now. That's good. Swarmers pump it more. Could also go Theatar maybe. Yeah, we knew they had that, so. Ah, I burned a 0 mana card. 3 cards left. I can always take their best card here with Theatar. Can maybe give them like a Revive Pet, a Renathal, a Piranha. That should be fine, right? Let's just see what they got up there. Just nice to know their entire hand as well. Ozomat? What? I guess? Surprised they didn't just play the Ozomat this turn. I guess they were worried about taking 10. That makes sense. I mean, is Ozomat better than Ramming Mount? Probably. It seems like they care about this for some reason. This didn't come off anything, right? They actually are running it? Yeah, I mean, I'll play an Ozomat to feed my Infuse. I don't care, man. Whatever. Revive Pad's actually good for them, isn't it? Maybe I gotta give them a Swarmer. We don't want to give them anything too good. These just aren't really that good for me yet either. Just want something to play here. All right, still a good board. Still rocking my Swarmers. Denathrius is at 18, maybe more. I gave them 1 Swarmer, which, I mean, it might help them clear a little, but shouldn't be too big of a risk. I think it could disrupt their resurrection pool. Who knows? Yeah, Ozomat could be 7 mana for sure. There's still a lot about this card that makes sense to me, by the way. There's still a part of me that thinks this is kind of decent, but it just has not proved itself, so I must be crazy. There's no reason to believe that, right? That seems like, oh, they're not trading this in? Oh, interesting. I would have always killed the 3/3 here to see what you get, right? That feels odd to me. Is this lethal? Where they have 5 and 6 is 11. So they're at 37. I have 21 and 5. So not quite, actually. No, probably not quite time. I'd like to Devour. Maybe pop whatever this is out of there. And Devourer. Seems good to me. Seems like a win condition, doesn't it? Maybe I use the Swarmer in that case. There's a 2/2 left behind here, right? So. Oh, that's fine, yeah. Sadly, my 2/2 trade does not work out, but I still get a big boy here. Chill with that. Okay. I mean, I guess there's some chance I take a lick of damage here, but I don't think it's ever 22. Maybe some weird collateral damage play, but that's not typically run with big beasts. I think we'll be okay. So certainly here, Denathrius to clear taunts into the 17 to face. Feels like it should be a lethal setup. I mean, my god, so much damage. If not, it certainly feels like a stabilizer regardless. Kind of a shame we didn't get a King Crush there to eat, you know? We would have been bigger and denied them these taunts. It's again a pretty nasty board, but surely Denathrius handles the problem, right? Trade in. And Denathrius, like I haven't mapped it out yet, but it just has to. It just feels like it has to. If it doesn't, it's still gonna win the game, right? Either way. Still insane. Not a ton. Yep, the big. I mean, hey, look, guys, another Hearthstone game ended with Insatiable Devourer and Denathrius. even Renothal, Renovated Renothal Rogue is not immune to the Denathrius Devourer pair. It's so crazy how this just is every deck. And there you go. That was the Renovated Thief Rogue. I have to say this one did not feel as good as our last Renovated deck with Beast Hunter. It certainly felt like a lot of these cards demanded a little bit more synergies and they needed certain pairings of cards in hand, so you really reduce the reliability of some of the Thief activators and Thief payoffs, making things feel a little clunky. And clearly we still won a handful of games, but there were other losses that didn't quite make the video as well. But you're already taking a deck in Thief Rogue, which, although played to #1 legend, it's not a reliably high tier deck at most ranks, and you're making it a little bit weaker. So you're taking an average deck and making it worse, which means for most people, you're probably not going to find a ton of laddering success with this one. Although I have to say, this is certainly a very fun archetype, one of the most fun ways to play Hearthstone. So in that regard, definitely a success, but in regards to pure competitiveness, I do think this one suffered quite a bit from the renovation process.